Good morning, YouTube. My name is Clyde, and I just wanted to talk to a few people that whoever clicks on this, if anyone clicks on this, my topic is motorcycles and the motorcycle experience that I just recently took up. Um, my background in bicycles, I had none, zero. I hadn't even sat on a motorcycle before last weekend. And but when I was a young kid growing up, I saw bikes. I wanted a bike. The next door neighbor, he had a bike. I think I was a 5, 6, 7 years old watching them ride. But it's not a dream to ride it. It's just, ooh, wow, look at that. So as life goes along, you see motorcycles from time to time, especially when they ride in groups. And thoughts in your head, you might flash, oh man, what would it be like? I wonder if I could. And those thoughts continuously go and come as you see bikes from time to time in your life. For me, Harley has always been the bike that I thought was the bike that I would want to ride. Sports bikes and going fast was never my thing. I think if you're young, 20, 19, speed is always something that you would want. Since I'm older, very old, matter of fact, um, I decided I'm going to do the motorcycle safety course, pass it, get my license, and then get my bike. So last 4th of July weekend, I checked the class schedule and saw that the times was 6 to 9 at night on Friday, Saturday 12 to 7 to 12, 7 in the morning and 12 in the afternoon, and then 1 to 4, being back in the classroom. Then the last day was 7 to 12, and you take your test, your practical test. So I figured I'll pay, I'll go. I went to the class, very good instruction, very professional instructors. The bikes are 250 cc's. Get on the bikes and you do a number of different maneuvers, stopping, starting, weaves, and it's back to back debriefings after each one. They put in the brakes. There are brakes, and there's the restroom. And so, anyways, I completed the course, and then I started to think, when will I get my bike? Now, I didn't know anything about the difference between a 250 and an 883. And when I went to Harley on Sunday, they happened to be open. I just wanted to sit on a few bikes. First bike I sat on was a Fat Boy. That Fat Boy was too wide. It really was uncomfortable. There were other touring bikes, but I don't want a touring bike. I'm not going to be driving that far. And so I looked at the 750, the 2015 750, and I think there's a 500. But I told myself, man, I really like this bike. And it was an 883 low, black tank with red letters, Harley Davidson on the side, chrome. So I sat on it, and the bike said, buy me. The bike actually said, buy me. I sat on it. I was like, oh, can I not, can I stay here and just sit on this bike? So ran the credit's good, money's good, ended up buying the bike, and they deliver it on Tuesday. Well, this past Tuesday. And I waited for the bike, and the bike arrives. And Dennis is a great guy at the Honda dealer in Harbor City who delivers the bike. He has a long time riding bikes, and he shared a few stories with me. He pulls the bike into my garage, and then he leaves. Later on, I decided I want to get on the bike. Well, the bike is rumbling. I start the bike and it is rumbling. I back it down. I back it down in neutral. I back it down the driveway, turn it around, and in my cul-de-sac, put the bike in the street. Again, I sit on the bike, kick it, kickstand up, and get on the bike. Now I started to try to do the clutch control, the same control as the 250cc. Guess what? That bike just wanted to jump up in the air. Whoa, bucking bronco. I don't want to lay down the bike, and I don't want to crash. I got a brand new bike, and I don't need to learn everything in one day. So I started seeing where the clutch would engage and the bike start to move, and then pull the clutch back in. Let the clutch out, not touching the throttle, and the bike starts to roll. So I said, well, Tuesday is the day that they have street sweeping on our little cul-de-sac. And I started to do turns, left turns, right turns. And I was not very confident and a little scared about dropping the bike. So it very maybe tentative and tight. And tentative and tight on a bicycle, on a motorcycle, isn't good. I took it out in the street and rode up the street and turned right on a busier street. Came back around, did a little bit more, and then I put the bike away. The next day I started, a couple of times during that time I was riding, I talked to a few people, but I failed to turn the ignition off. It was off, but it was still on. And that, it came back to bite me the next day when I when I went to turn the motorcycle on, it didn't do anything. I had to roll the bike back home. Good thing I was by the house. Good thing Harley sold me a battery tender charger, plugged it in. The next day, the bike started no problem. So if you get a Harley, make sure you get a battery tender charger and leave it plugged in. If you're not going to ride the bike for a long time, leave it plugged in. It cuts the charger, the tender cuts off when it's charged. So you won't have any problems. Gear, I have the boots, the pants. I decided to get a half helmet for now because I'm not going to be driving that fast. I do have long sleeve shirts, but since it's about 75, 80 degrees when I go out to ride, I've been wearing the half helmet and gloves and my boots and my Levi's for right now. I plan on getting a full face helmet and Harley on PCH in Harbor City recommended Cycle Gear, so I'll go buy Cycle Gear. I think they have 3 helmets my size. Don't laugh, 4XL. I guess my head is 4XL. And when I went to the safety class, good thing they had one, because I would have been up the creek. I would have had to buy my own helmet, and I would have missed that course. So if you have a big dome like I do, be sure that they have your size of helmet at that safety course that you're going to take, or buy one. You're going to have to have one anyways. Helmets run anywhere from 70, 80, 90 bucks to $500-600. Find it dot and fits good. It's in your price range. Get it. I know some motorcycle riders tell me they have 7, 10, 12 helmets. They have about 12 sets of gloves. They have 2 or 3 pairs of boots. And, that gear is specifically for the motorcycle. But it's been 4 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I took the bike out every day a little bit at a time. Wednesday, After that hiccup I had Thursday, I took the bike out, rode around a little bit, and found the other street across the street, left turns on there, coming through, um, stopping, going across the street, turning left, turning right, going back by my neighborhood. And I did that a couple, two, three times. Friday, I took the bike out, and rode for a little while. Um, and I was thinking about taking the back streets for a longer ride, but um, I just wasn't ready. I turned left into a street that I thought went through. It was a dead end, so I turned around, came back up a very narrow street with a lot of cars by my neighborhood. It's a small street. It is not the major street, but man, those cars on both sides, and anything can happen. People over there driving crazy. It was Friday. It was work. Work was getting over with. So I said, let me go back to the neighborhood. So, Saturday and Sunday I planned to ride a little bit longer and further because of not being a lot of traffic around 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. And today is Saturday. I took the bike out on the major street next to my house, drove down a few lights, and then again, the thing that I have to practice is knowing, using the brake and at the same time the gears, but being able to do that to where I can pull up right behind the car with enough space and doing it often. So right now, I'm going to try to stay away from the traffic, and pretty much I'm going to stay away from the traffic my whole life. I don't think my motorcycle and my motorcycle experience is going to be in heavy traffic. I don't want to ride in heavy traffic. I don't want to keep on having to pull the clutch in, having to put my feet down, go, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, stop. I got a car for that, and it's a lot easier, and it's a lot less dangerous. I think riding, when I rode, it was around 6 o'clock in the morning. Took it down, and turned right, stopped, made a right turn, came back on the major street, made a right turn, came back to the neighborhood, and it was fine. I took the bike up to about 28, 30 miles an hour, shifted into third gear, no problems. But at the same time, I could feel the bike, and it felt a little bit more comfortable. So for any of you guys that are thinking about buying a bike, go out and sit on them. Go to the dealer and sit on them. The next step is the motorcycle safety course. Find one in your area, look how much it is, what your time is, and what point you feel that you're going to be, that you're going to have to do this, that you want to do it. Go out and take the course. I still have yet to pass the written exam, and I scheduled the written exam online, and March 28th I do the written exam. But in no way, shape, or form does that prepare you for your new bike. And your new bike you got to get used to, and take time, practice clutch control, slowing it down, and for all intentions, get used to the back brake. A little bit of the back brake, turns, and power out the turns, throttle on the turns, out of the turns, nice and smooth. And that's what I'm trying to do, nice and smooth in all of the things that I do at a slower speed, and I get up to 30, 40 miles an hour. That's it for me. I don't see myself going touring. I don't see myself doing a Sturgis run anytime soon. I'm not going to say I'm never going to do it, but for right now, South Dakota, I don't need it. There's a Glendale run in November. Maybe I might do it. It's months and months away. For right now, I'm just going to practice on Sunday, take it out, ride to a place where I can eat, stop, eat, and then ride back home. Um, if you're tired, um, put the bike away, rest. Um, you don't have to learn everything in a day, and you're not going to learn everything in a day. It's a lifetime experience for your skills to get better and better. Um, Went up the hill and I came back down it. Coming back down the hill is a whole lot of fun. All you have to do is squeeze in the clutch and let it coast back down, just like a regular bicycle. And if you need anytime you need to cut the power, squeeze the clutch in. And that's why you don't need to be in big traffic because you feel pressure. Overload the senses with too many things, variables, and you could be asking for trouble. So take your time. All new riders, it's a great experience. Driving my Harley, everybody's looking at it, everybody sees it. Um, and I just want to take my time and enjoy the ride. Um, Thanks for listening. Questions and feedback. I'll take comments, and but I'm not an expert. I'm just learning myself. So, but that's my story. No purchase of a lower CC bike and then graduate to Dream Bike. I just jumped to the Dream Bike. Dream Bike is in the garage. I got all the gear, spent all the money on the gear, so it's a fun thing. But it's only one aspect of the life, you know. Still have all kinds of things to do, work, and during the work, it's work. Car to and from. They told me at work, hey, you're gonna bring your bike. I want to see the bike. No, I'm not driving the bike here. All it takes is one evil guy to be in the parking lot and take a key and key my tank, and I might not even know them. They might just be jealous. They might have a bad day, and they just might be evil. So I want to keep my bike safe, and it's safe in the garage. And I'm going to ride when it's less traffic to no traffic and light traffic. And that's my plan for right now. And I'll keep you posted. Post another video maybe next week, and have a good day.